AI development is possibly getting out of hand. Not just possibly, it definitely is. So we're going to be talking about AI and, I guess my views on AI and everything, right? To be fair, my opinions are going to be kind of controversial. I know some opinions, a lot of y'all aren't going to really agree with. You're probably not going to like a lot of my opinions. But I'm going to keep it a buck nonetheless, okay? That's the whole point of this channel, is to keep shit genuine. Let me first clarify my stance, okay? I'm actually in favor of AI development. I actually like AI. I think it's useful. I think it's an extremely powerful tool. I'm kind of excited to see AI get stronger, as I find this shit genuinely entertaining. I think there's a high chance, after looking at what Sora 2 can do, this shit's gonna fuck up the economy in like 10, 20 years, man. If this is genuinely gonna fuck up the economy, I guarantee you. As someone who got a music degree, right, for music performance, a lot of the general public doesn't give a fuck about like where the music comes from. A lot of them are just gonna care about, okay, does it sound good? And let's all like not lie to ourselves. AI is becoming good at almost, not quite, but almost everything. So is there even going to be a need to learn an instrument? I really feel like my degree is going to become utterly useless. Utterly useless. And that's me. There are other degrees that have already become useless. Like developing and all that. Like, all of those degrees have become useless. To be honest, I feel like developers are also gonna, their careers are useless, but I think if history goes down a certain route, I feel developers could potentially become like the new, what do they call them? Nuclear researchers or whatever. And what I mean by that is this, right? Yes, AI is getting out of hand, but at the same time, people are fighting back against AI. And every video I see in my feed, I don't see anybody taking AI's side. Either people are being like smack dead in the middle, like, yeah, this is bad, but I think it could go good if we go this way. Either people are like down the middle, which is probably my stance as well, or people are outright hating AI, like outright flamboyantly against it with passion. And you have like your extreme minority who are like AI sympathizers who, for the most part, keep their opinions to themselves. For the most part. Or they express them on Reddit. But even on Reddit, they're still outnumbered by the amount of people who are against AI. Now, what I think is going to happen is, I think it's certain that AI is going to get slowed down, because AI is going to replace the working class completely. It's going to help billionaires. It's going to by far help like millionaires. It could potentially, if you use it right now, but you got to get on it right now. If you use it right now, this could potentially help you become a millionaire too. But it's very thin. It's close to becoming too late. And the danger of that is that if you're a worker, whether it be like an artist, a musician, if you're in the arts in any way, shape, or form, photos, whatever, anything that you're doing, right, within the working class of anything, fuck it, even actors who are millionaires, even actors too, as long as you're working for a company, it's gonna make you irrelevant, so, and the danger of that is that obviously, if you get fired from your job because of something else replaced you like that, obviously if it happens in mass scale, people are gonna like rebel against that. Eventually, people will. And that's what I'm saying, and the elites don't want to have their place under fire, burning. It's like every leader wants to rule something. Like, don't get me wrong, they want the opposition like silenced, but you also need the opposition to exist for hierarchy to exist to begin with. You can't just have everybody at the top because then no top exists. Like, what is the top? What is the bottom? So I think AI development will slow down once people get together and rebel against it, which I will find that a little bit less fun, admittedly, because I do like AI. But I do think that it will eventually happen, and I think it theoretically, I don't think in practice, but theoretically, this will be beneficial for humanity. Theoretically, however, after all the articles come out and say AI has slowed down. Oh, developers have stopped researching in this area. They're probably going to come out with shit like that. You have to understand, that's never going to fucking happen, bro. That's never going to happen in actuality. It's going to happen in the sense that the working class is going to have AI either not available to them at all, or they're gonna have AI available to them at a baby fucking level, at a GPT-1 level or some bullshit. The shit's gonna get nerfed like a motherfucker. It's gonna be fucking annoying. But who will it still be available to? The billionaires, the trillionaires, the people above money, who are above trillionaire. It's gonna be available to those people who we don't even know who we don't even know even exist. Who you'll probably get a bullet in the head for, just for knowing their identity. You know what I mean? Those people are going to have AI available to them. And they're probably still going to be able to get those advancements. If they pay these developers millions of bucks to develop the AI before it even has consciousness, that's what no one realistically is going to deny getting paid millions, billions. And that's probably what these AI developers are going to be worth. Once, the top of the top, the elite class are able to pay them, loads of money to develop this AI for them. And once that happens, it's only going to further push the top up higher. It's only going to further create a gap between the top of the top and the middle class. It's just gonna expound that difference. In fact, even millionaires, multimillionaires are probably gonna get fucked over by this. In all honesty, the billionaires and the governments, the government officials are the ones who are gonna benefit from it, who are able to keep shit top secret. They're still gonna have AI development. They're creating AI weapons. You really think the government's gonna stop creating AI weapons? You really think that? In fact, they shouldn't. And I'll tell you why. Because every other fucking country will do it. To be real with you, America's the only country, and as fucked up as it is to say this, okay, it's not the only one. But it's one of the only ones, right? To actually give a fuck about morality. We're the only fucking country who actually considers this bullshit. You think if any other nation had this shit available to them, that they would give a fuck about the morality? No, they would use it to justify their ends and their goals and shit, whatever the fuck that is. That's why I'm saying, just because America puts it down, which America definitely will fucking not. And I'm not saying by orders of me. I would never order it. I don't give a fuck. But the point is, even though I like AI, as I said before, and I mean it, I'm in the middle. What I mean is, America won't put it down, and it wouldn't be smart of them to do it, because every other country will keep creating AI and developing AI themselves. If they need to lie, they'll do it too. So America's not going to put AI down. And if the government has access to AI, do you really think the billionaires aren't going to have access to AI? Do you really think the millionaires are going to have, or the millionaires are not going to have access to AI? It's there's going to be a group of people who are connected to the government, even if they're not in it, who are going to have access to that tool. Or will have access to developers who can develop AI for them. Make no mistake, that's going to happen. And the problem here is, if the billionaires stop paying their workers to work for them, the people will catch on and likely flame the billionaires. The billionaires are billionaires because they're fucking smart. They're genuinely smart people. They're smarter than my ass. And well, to be fair, my ass is dumb. So, to be fair, it doesn't really say much. But my point is, the government, isn't going to be a bunch of fools and stop paying workers. They're going to cut costs significantly, but they're still going to keep employing workers because enough to the point where people are probably not going to, or at least the billionaires think that people won't suspect them of using AI. They're going to cut costs, and maybe put out some false statistic bullshit, whatever, right? Some propaganda bullshit to kind of like skew the numbers while still keeping, actually paying some workers regardless. So they could like under the radar cut back on cost. But you get my point. And once they start doing that, it's going to create another ground for people to like debate against each other and create more division. But the point is, I acknowledge that AI could very well get out of hand. I don't think it's out of hand yet. I think people are overhyping how out of hand AI is. I don't feel like AI is that. I don't think it's that crazy right now. It is crazy. There are problems. The problems are just more so what this could lead to as opposed to where it is right now. And the problem is how fast it's coming to where it could lead to as well. And I'm thinking like at the rate that we're at, the economy could very well, if people don't adapt, and I think people could adapt, I just think we're too fucking dumb as people to actually adapt at the same pace. If AI keeps going the way it is, I think the economy is going to get completely like demolished in like 15, 20 years. I don't think that that's going to come to fruition because I do believe AI development is going to have to go under the radar. It's going to become the equivalent of like nuclear researchers, like the people who know how to build those nuclear bombs. It's going to become like that because it's going to be that valuable. And God forbid AI surpasses humans and it actually gets consciousness. Well, oof, and if it does that, it'll be worse because then it would be hidden and it would be under the radar. It wouldn't be available to the public, so it's not going to be within plain sight. I think that is possible. I just have to be completely honest and admit, even though, again, I'm for AI development, it would be disingenuous of me to come out and say that I completely disagree with. It would be disingenuous of me to completely, not acknowledge the risk with AI development with the introduction of Sora 2. It is very impressive objectively, but it's also, then again, not available to everyone. It's not available to, Android users, so there's that. Tell me what you think about AI in the comment section down below, alright? And, let's look at Dick for free. I love AI. I think it's really helpful. But here's the thing. We're too stupid for it. After all, you can even choke on a vitamin D pill. Even if it's healthy, you can choke on a supplement pill. And I think that's what AI is for us humans at this point. It's fun, but it is a bit problematic. And I can see this going down south.